Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew. People are repeating what they heard, and some people are even mimicking words of other people based off of reports that they read. You see where I'm going with this? The bottom line is this, and I know that some people might feel some type of way about what I'm about to say, and that's y'all be all right. Here's the thing. Reports came out that Gervonta Davis was going to fight Lamont Roach in December of this year, right? Not only did reports come out, but as I pointed out, and I'm the only one that pointed this out to illustrate a point that I was making to Blue Blood Sports TV in particular, but basically the reports that he was reading from Dan Raphael, etc., on BoxRec. Y'all remember that? Right. So that was the original plan. It's obvious that the plan was for PBC to promote this event as the Toyota Center would host it in Houston, Texas, December the 14th of this year. That was obviously the original plan. Irregardless of why that plan is not going to be accomplished for December 14th, nor will it be accomplished to happen at the venue in Houston, Texas. What difference does it make? The fight never was announced to be canceled. And I think that's the part that people really need to focus on, opposed to focusing on things they have no idea about, particularly the business of boxing. People are talking more about the reason why the event is not going to happen at a particular venue on a particular date, instead of focusing on the fact that Lamont Roach Jr. and Gervonta Tank Davis is still going to compete. The fight was just postponed. It was not canceled. Okay? Now that we've squared that off, moving forward, reports have surfaced subsequently following that news that the venue was going to happen in D.C., Washington, D.C., on March 1st. And that was after someone slipped the report in that it was going to happen on March 1st in Houston. And that was quickly denounced. And then, of course, it moved to, okay, it's going to happen in D.C., Washington, D.C., since both of these fighters represent the DMV area, on March 1st. Now the reports are saying that it's going to happen on March 1st, but we don't know exactly where. Sources are saying the more likely venue would be the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And now, as of today, you see where I'm going with this, y'all? And now, as of today, we know, based on what Leonard Ellerby stated, the first and only representation of Tank Davis in GTD Promotions, he said that Tank Davis will himself make an announcement soon. He will make an announcement soon. So stay tuned. And I think that's the best recourse at this point in time, y'all. People are getting so caught up into all of the elements involved behind the scenes for no apparent reason, except for to just put headlines out there or to generate revenue through a YouTube channel or to report on it as a journalist, to be the first one to break the news. I mean, just all kind of reasons. But what difference does it make? The best recourse is for us to wait for Gervonta Tank Davis to make a formal announcement. All of these other people, like these journalists and these reporters that have been reporting on this fight for about a month or two now, or some a few weeks, they don't represent PBC. They don't represent GTD Promotions. They don't represent TGB Promotions. Nor are they Tank Davis, Tom Brown, or Leonard Ellerby. Nor are they the trainers, which I don't give too much credence to what the trainers say when it comes to the business of boxing, because that's not their expertise. Their expertise is training and preparing the professional boxer for upcoming fights. So I don't lean toward their word, because things can change behind the scenes, as they often do in the business of boxing. And so I don't think it's fair that people put more emphasis and weight on what a trainer says when the trainer is asked a question when he or she is not an expert in that area. And then let's say if they do make a comment or a statement or a response, which most trainers do, and then the fight don't materialize or the details don't materialize based on what the trainer initially said in a statement or a response to a question, then the trainer is held accountable and people start throwing shots in the media against the actual trainer. Oh man, the trainer said this was going to happen on this date and then it never happened. Or the trainer said that this was going to be the next opponent and it never happened. So now we don't like the trainer. So to eliminate all of those possibilities, right? Let's just wait. Let's be patient. Because we know at this point, Tank Davis is not fighting in December of this year. We also know at this point that Tank Davis is not fighting before February of 2025. February 1st to be exact. Why? Because David Benavidez and David Morrell is headlining a card. February the 1st. Correct? Okay then. So we know those two facts exist. So let's not overshadow, as boxing fans I'm talking about now, let's not overshadow two major fights that is going to happen. One at the end of December, or in the middle of December to the end, before Christmas, right? Isn't it before Christmas? Yes, I think so. Tyson Fury versus Usyk in the rematch. And then in February, David Morrell versus David Benavidez. Come on now. There's more boxing that we have to focus on before we even get to Tank Davis. We know Tank Davis is fighting after that. When? We don't know. Where? We don't know. Definitively, we don't know. The point I'm making is everybody just chill and fall back and wait. If you're a fan of boxing, I'm talking about the fans of boxing. I'm not talking about just the fans of fighters that be in their feelings, not y'all. This video is not for y'all. It's for the fans of boxing, the sport of boxing. It's all good. Let's wait so that the proper information can be disseminated properly. Yeah. Let's wait for Tank Davis. Those of you who are fans of Tank Davis, this includes you because it's cool. Let Tank announce it. How is he going to announce it? I don't know. Could be through social media. It could be through one of the press conferences like PBC is known to be accustomed for doing when a big fight is happening or a major card is happening. They use that opportunity where a lot of maximum exposure is being garnered for the promotion to allow an announcement, right, to brew. Even on the live broadcast, we've seen this time and time again of a pay-per-view. That's when an announcement, an official announcement, right, for an upcoming pay-per-view fight after the broadcast, not on the same night, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? They use that exposure. It's a good marketing tool. While all the eyes are fixed on this broadcast, you'll get the opportunity to get inside information, firsthand knowledge on another boxer's upcoming fight. This is just the nature of production in the business. And so let's just hold our horses and just wait. The announcement is coming. Tank Davis and Lamont Roach is still fighting, and it's going to be after February. Those are the three things we know thus far. And it's all good. And guess what? When that fight gets announced, I think that is appropriate for us to then start talking about who we think is going to win, what the breakdown is, where the fight's going to be at. Because, I'm going to keep this 100 like I always do. A lot of people that's talking about this, is at the where the venue going to be at? And it was supposed to be at this venue. And man, and he was supposed to fight this guy. And why is he fighting Lamont Roach anyway? Lamont Roach didn't deserve. Most of the people that criticize, go. And I'm not talking about content creators. I'm talking about fans too. Anybody in the comment section, whoever, anybody, fan of boxing, fans of fighters, content creators, whoever. I'm just saying in general, majority of the time, when people continuously criticize over and over and over and over and over and over again, things that are beyond their control, that really they don't understand when it comes to the business of boxing, most of the time, they're the ones that don't even go to the fights physically. I'm talking about pay for a ticket. I'm not talking about getting no media credentials. I'm talking about really invest in the sport of boxing. Or, purchase a ticket for someone else to enjoy the experience live at the event. Or purchase the pay-per-view and not stream it for free. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Most people that do all this complaining all the time or give bad publicity over and over again, they're not really supporting boxing. They're not really supporting all the fighters, or at least all the world champions, or making contributions to the sport or making contributions to their favorite fighters by purchasing a pay-per-view, or if they're able to do so or have the financial resources to physically go and enjoy the experience live. And that's the part that's disheartening. But let Tank do the announcement officially, and then we can all discuss it then, because we'll have all of the information. Instead of keep saying sources said, this source said, that source said, the source for this source had another source, and that other source had two sources. Let's just wait for Tank Davis to make his official announcement, because by right, he's earned the privilege to do so. That's just my perspective on all this. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it.